Princess Leonor's first dance unexpectedly shocks the world. The ballroom glows. Cameras click. Music swells. Everyone expects grace. But suddenly, a move no one predicted. Gasps echo. Whispers ignite. How did one dance floor moment become the story the entire world is talking about? It began in a gilded hall, shimmering with chandeliers and the scent of roses. Copenhagen's Grand Palace had hosted many royal banquets, but tonight felt different. The future Queen of Spain, Princess Leonor, had already captivated the crowd with her poised entrance. Yet what unfolded next would shift the evening from ceremonial to unforgettable. This was no ordinary dance. Tradition dictates that a royal's first dance at a formal event follows strict choreography, a display of etiquette and symbolism. But when the orchestra began to play, something happened that even the most seasoned palace observers didn't foresee. Leonor's steps were graceful, yes, but they also told a story of freedom, confidence, and modern royalty. To understand why this moment electrified the room, we have to look at the weight of history pressing on her shoulders. Princess Leonor has grown up under the world's gaze, her speeches in Asturias, her military training, her tightly choreographed public appearances. Every move studied, every gesture analyzed. This first dance was meant to signal her readiness to embrace royal tradition. Instead, it revealed something deeper, a young woman ready to shape tradition, not just follow it. The music was a carefully chosen waltz, echoing Spain's and Denmark's intertwined histories. At first, Leonor moved with Prince Christian in perfect rhythm, eyes steady, posture impeccable. But halfway through, a subtle shift occurred. She smiled, stepped out of the expected pattern, and spun in a way that blended classic form with something contemporary. The audience, a mix of diplomats, royals, and journalists, felt the change instantly. Murmurs turned to gasps. Cameras flashed like lightning. Was it rehearsed? Was it spontaneous? Those are the questions that still swirl. Sources inside the palace claim Leonor had been practicing a surprise twist with her dance instructor for weeks, wanting to honor both tradition and the modern Spain she represents. Others insist it was entirely unplanned, sparked by the emotion of the night and Christian's whispered encouragement before the first note played. Either way, the reaction was immediate. On social media, clips spread across Spain, Denmark, the UK, and the US within minutes. Princess Leonor breaks protocol, trended alongside, first dance of the future queen. People compared the moment to Diana's famous dance with John Travolta, yet noted how Leonor's expression was not of rebellion but of authenticity. But behind the glamour lies a deeper question: what does this dance mean for the monarchy she will one day lead? For centuries, royal dances were not just performances but signals, of alliances, of status, of unity. Leonor's blend of formality and personal expression may be a subtle declaration that a new kind of queen is emerging, one who carries history but also breathes life into it. The curiosity deepens. Did her parents, King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia, know in advance? Did Queen Margrethe of Denmark approve? Reports differ. Some insiders say the Spanish royal couple encouraged their daughter to be herself, trusting her instincts. Others hint at tension, suggesting that certain courtiers were unsettled by the break from protocol. And what of Prince Christian? Throughout the dance, his eyes never left hers. His movements adapted to hers seamlessly, as though he'd been expecting it all along. Was this a coordinated message, two heirs moving together into a modern era? Or was it simply a young couple enjoying a rare moment of self-expression in a world of rules? As the dance ended, the room erupted, not with applause alone, but with a charged silence followed by an outpouring of admiration. Dignitaries exchanged looks. Journalists scribbled notes. Even seasoned royal watchers were left grasping for words. In that silence, Leonor curtsied deeply, smiled, and left the floor hand in hand with Christian. In the days that followed, headlines speculated endlessly. Was this the start of a Leonor-style monarchy, blending duty with spontaneity? Will she face backlash from traditionalists? Or will she inspire a new generation to see royalty as human, relatable, and evolving? The history of royal first dances is rich with symbolism. Queen Victoria danced a stately polonaise at her wedding. Queen Elizabeth's first ball as a young princess was marked by restraint and protocol. Leonor's choice to pivot, to add a breath of freedom into her waltz, places her squarely in a lineage of royals who understood that moments on a dance floor can echo far beyond it. Imagine the scene from another angle, the orchestra pausing as their notes fill the air, the swirl of gowns and uniforms blurring around the central couple. Leonor takes a breath. She steps, spins, and for a heartbeat, time seems to slow. Everyone watching sees not just a princess, but a person, poised, brave, and ready to lead in her own way. What happens next? Will future state events feature more of this blend of tradition and individuality? Will other young royals follow suit? Will this dance be remembered as the night a future queen announced, without words, that she will rule differently? Each of these questions leads to another, keeping the world watching, waiting, speculating. And that's the brilliance of the moment. It wasn't just a dance. It was a statement, a beginning, a glimpse of the future. As the night ended, Copenhagen's palace lights reflected off the cobblestones outside, where crowds gathered hoping for a glimpse. Inside, Leonor reportedly shared a quiet moment with her parents and Christian, away from cameras. We don't know what was said. But perhaps it was simply this, a recognition that in one graceful movement, she had captured the hearts and imaginations of millions. This is how history sometimes shifts, not through speeches or decrees, but through a gesture, a glance, a dance. And as Princess Leonor's first dance continues to ripple across the world, one truth emerges: the world's expectations may be heavy, but she is already learning how to carry them lightly, and to move in her own rhythm. Tonight, remember the image. The ballroom glows, cameras click, music swells, everyone expects grace. And then, a move no one predicted. Gasps echo, whispers ignite. The future of royalty revealed itself not in words, but in steps across a polished floor, and the world will never forget.